Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. Date is 21st February, October 2022. Time right now is 4:30 in the morning. I just finished a couple of more personal branding, assignments. Some people are looking for jobs, the normal stuff. Okay, so that is why the video is a little late. It's 4:30 in the morning, by the way, in case you forgot. All right. So I thought I would just give you my thoughts. Thought I'd give my thoughts on three articles from Gulf News. That is, one is list of websites that are banned or blocked in UAE. The second one is a guy got fined 50,000 dirhams for and banned from Twitter for abusing and insulting people. And the third one is Emiratisation still being, trumpeted and spoken about and talked about in UAE, and why I still don't feel this is going to work out. Okay, so I'll give you my thoughts, all three. Put your comments and thoughts down below. Let's start. Okay, so the first one, there's 17 categories. Okay, so KHALEEJ Times has put these are the sites which were blocked and banned. Now, I find this, even before reading this article, why I find it funny is because, you can literally get any VPN that you want, a virtual private network, and you can start browsing whichever site that you want. And it's not humanly possible. It's not humanly possible to forget catch people red-handed. You can catch people red-handed, but out of, let's say, 9 million people who are staying there, let's assume half of them, half of 9 million, 4 million people, they are using VPN. They are watching porn or they are watching a banned site. Let's say, for example, when I was in Dubai, I was checking out Thai Cupid. That was, and I decided, okay, I'll find the girl of my dreams. So what are you going to do? Start, checking each and every person and finding them or issuing them a warning. I'll tell you the biggest problem that will take place if they start doing that. The negative backlash of the entire world, not just UAE, talking about it, will picture UAE as as another Iran. As it is, you have enough and more companies or organizations or haters, as they call it, who are waiting to trash the image of UAE. So is it worth it? Is it worth it? Let's say someone is just watching porn and is keeping himself happy in the house. I mean, what are you going to do? Oh, we saw you holding your sausage. And then the question comes, oh, so that means you can hack into other people's devices. Oh, that means there is no privacy. That means there is no, there's so many questions will be asked. So for me, right off the bat, even before I read the article, I can tell you this is bullshit. Okay. So anyway, let's see what they say. The websites that will be used for, they'll block websites used for bypassing content, that is VPNs, which is rubbish. You can still get a VPN. Pornography, nudity, vice, it is still accessible. And by the way, they are not mentioned. Even sexual services, massage parlors, all this, boom, boom, for a little bit of money, is all available. Impersonating, fraud, and phishing, okay, that is not good. So that should be blocked and banned. Insult, slander, defamation, you can't stop it. If someone asks someone from outside, if someone posts something on Twitter, what are you going to do? Block Twitter, block YouTube, block Reuters, block any news channel. Okay, invasion of privacy. UAE, Israel, USA, UK, all the countries in the world do it. Yeah, just ask Edward Snowden. Okay. Offenses against the UAE in public order, which means don't talk crap about UAE while living in UAE. Then 7 is supporting criminal acts. Oh, of course, you should not, blackmail and do bad things, but it still happens. There are a lot of shameless people who will keep doing this, especially from poorer countries. Drugs, which 100% I totally agree they should do, but then again, still there. Medical or pharmaceutical practices that violate the law. Just go to a gym and see how many bodybuilders are beefed up and buffed up. Is that allowed? 10 is infringement on intellectual property rights. I don't know how far this is actually implemented. You have even big local companies or big locals who copy brand styles and change it. They'll not do it at a very massive level because obviously don't want to ruin their reputation. Okay. Viruses and malicious programs, I totally agree. That should be blocked. Promotional of trading prohibited commodities and services. Services goes on. Commodities shouldn't be allowed. Illegal communication services. I mean, they still block having online calls, which people still do. Even before Zoom became a thing, I used to use, you know, anyway, I don't know. Does it even make sense? They're saying this. Okay, number 15, gambling. What do you think goes on in big yachts and boats? And you think they don't gamble in especially five-star hotels? Come on, man. A guy who's spending 25,000 dirhams a night, you're going to tell him, oh, we're going to slap a warning on you. He'll take his business elsewhere. What about the billions of dollars that come into the country? 16, terrorism. Totally agree. Yes. Number 17, illegal activities. Illegal. What is illegal? Oh, and best part is below this article, it says watching porn using VPN could fetch you 2 million dirham fine. Some laborer is nicely doing his boom boom by his own hand. You want to fine him 2 million dirhams? Come on, man. Oh, yeah, when they come out with articles like this, I really wonder, were you just jobless? Okay. Anyway. Next one is a man gets fined 50,000 and banned from Twitter for insulting sports club fans. It must have been an Arab guy, especially Emirati. Okay, I feel that's what he is. So he got suspended from using Twitter because Twitter must have done it. But then he got jailed, not jailed, he got fined 50,000. I think people tend to take their sports so seriously that, we see it in India Pakistan matches, we see in football matches, the tragedy that took place in Indonesia. Sports is meant to be enjoyed. And yes, having passion for your sports team is one thing. Mocking and fine, but then you don't cross the line. Sometimes men behave like small children when it comes to, they take it so personally. Oh, goodness. And then profanities and all that. And you're a bloody idiot if you use something online and you think people are not going to catch you. I mean, I get enough and more of these keyboard warriors who try to get personal and all that. Yeah, it sounds very brave. Hey, you get to use the internet. Man, you're a stupid man. Why do you think so many you communicate through this by hiding behind some kind of fake name? Last but not the least, Emiratisation in UAE, firms to be penalised for meeting targets. How many times have we heard Emiratisation? How many times? What are you going to do? Start looking at every company? Let me tell you this. You bring out a rule, people try to figure out a way to bypass the rule. For example, here what they're saying is the Ministry of Human Resources and Emiratisation is targeting private companies. You have 50 employees. You need to have one Emirati local. Why do you think most of the companies are choosing to have 49 employees or 48? Because they'll say, oh, you have 48. And then, how do they bypass the rule? Very simple. Get a freelancer. Don't put him on your visa. Or create, friend creates another company. And those people work in this company, these people work in that company. There's so many ways. How are you going to find out? Yes, if it is a big establishment, big company, there also you can break the rule. How you can break the rule? Very simple. Have one guy, just guy or his wife or some dumb this thing who wants to get paid but wants to stay at home. Just give me a salary. Khalas khali wali. I don't want to bother. That's what is happening, right? So, but the funny thing here is, and this they said they'll fine you 72,000 dirhams. That's approximately 6,000 dirhams. I know quite a number of companies and business owners who'd rather pay the 6,000 dirhams per month and not have a headache than to have the headache to go through and find a local guy. But obviously, they know for a fact that people will try to bypass the rules. So what do you do there? Very simple. What they tend to do there is the solution. The government will make it harder for you to get new visas. So, it's a no-win situation. But then all I personally see it is, it's not that expats hate Emiratis, okay? But it's very difficult to get a quality Emirati, a good Emirati, who will be ready to work for a small wage. I can assure you this much. One of the second largest population in the world, India, you will be able to get the same skills from someone in India ready to work for half or less, even forget half. What you'll pay an Emirati, he might even be ready to accept like 1/4. In some cases, even 1/5 or 1/6. Whatever you're paying that guy, even just bare bones. Like, suppose the Emirati gets, let's look at something reasonable, 8,000 dirhams, for example, which is not going to happen. You can get an Indian for 2,000. Do you ever see a Emirati ready to work for a small salary? That's one. Second one is, do you ever think an Emirati will fear job loss? It's his own country. And last but not the least, can an expat, put his foot down and shout and scream at a Emirati employee? Impossible, man. It's not possible to manage them. Emiratis really work very well in Emirati companies that can pay them good money, and those are quality guys, and they will really work hard. For expats, it's not possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but as it is, survival is very hard. This is beyond survival because you get a good guy, then to keep him, big question. Anyway, these were the 3 articles I thought were worth speaking about. Let me know your thoughts and if there's anything you wish to share. By the way, I received some of the emails you guys sent me about, but those so-called controversial issues, not being paid salary, or this company is doing this, or I've already spoken about it, so I didn't think it was worth talking about it. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.